Hello everybody, Kat here, and today I have a lower body strength workout for us. So this is going to be great for anybody that maybe was never shown proper form, doesn't feel super confident with strength training, has recently recovered from an injury and wants to make sure that they're strength training properly, is moving with a body that's maybe postpartum or entering a new stage and you want to make sure that you're using proper form to maintain longevity, or maybe you just like a good lower body strength workout. So all that you're going to need is some dumbbells. Any type of a weight will work. If you have heavy couch cushions, if you have some textbooks in a backpack, whatever you have, or you can rock the whole thing body weight. We're gonna start off with a dynamic warm up to get ourselves warm. Find a spot in the middle of your mat. High knees. So why do we do a dynamic warm up before a workout? A dynamic warm up allows us to move our body in a similar way that we'll be using it during our workout. And butt kicks. Why is this helpful? It primes our muscles, it gets blood flowing, and it makes sure that we are comfortable with the movement patterns that we're going to be doing before we load them. 3, 2, 1, shoulder rolls. Deep breath in and out. It also makes sure that we're just warm in general. You never want to move with a cold body. It's not great to go from being stiff on a couch to hopping into your workout. But a lot of people either don't understand or don't value a warm-up. And this is people that are in the fitness community and not. So I would always recommend move your body, even if it's just a little jog, a little walk before you do some strength training. It's going to be helpful. But having a really structured warm-up that kind of matches your workout is a great way to make sure that not only do we move well in this workout, but we can move well in all of our next workouts. And stop, hands come to the ears. We're gonna come forward and squeeze your glutes to stand. This is called a good morning. Hinge forward, squeeze to stand. Hinge and squeeze. Hinge and squeeze. Last one. Hinge and squeeze. Now you can hold on to something if you need to, or we can come right in the middle. Left leg lateral swing, lateral, side to side. Opening up through our hip, our IT band, our inner thigh, and stop, forward swing, same leg. Woo. If your balance is off, hands by your ears. If it's still off, root down through your foot, bend your knee a little bit. If it's still off, hold on. And rest, other side. Back to lateral. Go ahead. You may play now, boys. Go for it. Lateral leg swings for 3, 2, 1, and forward and back. Forward and back. 3, and 2, and 1. Awesome work. Now we have toe to ceiling reaches. Reach the ceiling, reach the ground. Reach up and down. Up and down. Warming up our hamstrings, getting a nice stretch as we move. 2 and 1. Awesome work. Next, we have hip circles to one direction. Warming up through our hips. Having nice open hips is really important for full extension of our hips to get a good squeeze in our glutes. 3, 2, 1, and rest. You're gonna have your feet bent. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Moving backwards. Why? Good for our hamstrings, good for our body, good for our proprioception. And it's kind of fun. Turn out. Back pedal. Also, if you don't feel it, we're warming up through our calves because our calves are part of our legs. They are the often forgotten part of our lower legs, but you know, if you've gotten a shin splint, you know how that feels. Little drop, step side to side. Tap and tap. We're in a little mini squat. I just have a little bend to my knees and I'm tapping and tapping. Tapping and tapping for 3, 2, last 1, come back, neck rolls, circles with your neck to make sure we're not using too much of our traps, muscles up by your neck, upper back that cause us a lot of discomfort, especially when we use them incorrectly by going like this. And wrist and ankle circles. Roll the wrist, roll the ankles. It's all connected. We're one long chain. You gotta warm up the whole thing. And come into the middle. We're gonna rock some diaphragmatic breaths. Hands on your belly. Think about your belly as a balloon. Fill it up with air. And exhale. Cinch in like you're cinching a corset. Again. Balloon through your belly and cinch in like you're cinching up a corset. 3 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Cinch up like a corset. 2 more. This time as you exhale, try to lift through your pelvic floor. Lifting up through your pelvic floor. Last time. Inhale, everything releases, and exhale, lift and cinch. Awesome. First, we have our first round is going to be our squat circuit. We have squats, just normal squats. We have a lateral squat walk, and we have a wide squat. 30 seconds of work. I'm going to go with my 20s. You can choose whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to go there in 5 seconds. Feet about shoulder width apart. Shoulder is back. Little bend in our knee. We're going to sit back like we're sitting into a chair and push through our heels to stand. Toes should be able to wiggle up off the floor. Sit back and push. Back and push. Sit back. Oh, you can also think about it like sitting on a public toilet. Sit back and push. We've got 10. Sit back and up. 5. Back and up and rest. Now we have a lateral squat walk. If you have a resistance band, go grab it. If not, weights work just great. Grab one dumbbell, throw it up on your shoulders if you have it. Drop into a little squat. Push your knees. Push your knees. Push your knees. The whole name of the game is don't let the knees collapse in towards each other. Working the outer glutes. Each time we press and press, step and step. You're doing awesome. Final 10. Keep breathing. We've got 2, 1, and rest. Last but not least, we have a wide squat. All that means is instead of feet being underneath our shoulders, they're a little wider. Toes can be pointed out. Toes can be pointing straight ahead. Just make sure your knees are going over your toes. 2, 1, let's begin. Sitting the booty down, pressing through especially the outer part of our legs and glutes to stand us up. Sit down and up. Chest stays lifted. You're doing so good. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Deep breath. We're back to that squat. Go heavier if you'd like. Go lighter if you need to. Think about all of your weight being in your heels. And really sitting back. 2, 1. We sit it back. We stand it up. Sit down and back. Press through your heels to stand up. Keeping a nice tall spine. Sitting back and pressing through those heels to stand. We've got 10. Final 3, 2, 1, and rest. Deep breath in and out. You are killing it. Band comes around our legs. You can grab 1 or 2 weights. I'm going to keep the same weight and think about dropping a little lower. 2, 1, sitting low, pressing open. Pressing open. As you see, I'm staying in this squat the whole time. The name of the game is how low can you go? How hard can you press those knees apart? You're doing great. We've got 5, 2, 1, and rest. And last squat exercise before we move on. Whew, we have our wide squats. Think really about pushing on the outside blade of your foot to stand up, especially that heel. We'll go in 5, 3, 2, 1, squat. Stand, squat, and up. Think about that press. Again, from the side. Sit and stand. Nice tall spine. My whole body comes up together. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Set 1 done. Set 2, we have a Romanian deadlift. Single leg, single leg. So we have our dumbbells out in front of us. Our feet right behind our dumbbells. You want to think about ripping the floor apart underneath you. We hinge forward. We hinge forward, and then we squeeze through our glutes to stand. 2, 1, shoulders together. Hinge and stand. Hinge and stand. Mwah. And stand. Halfway. Come down. Squeeze to stand. Come down. Squeeze. 2, 1, and rest. Now we have a single leg deadlift. Whew. Just to give you an alternative, if you have a band goes under the feet. 2, 1. You come down and you stand up. Same thing. All that's changed is that the band is under my foot. I'm coming down. I'm squeezing to stand. So all of these moves can also be done with resistance bands. You saw with this squat, we just throw it around our legs. For the deadlift now, we throw it under our feet and we engage to stand. It's actually really good because the resistance is there the entire way through the move, even at the top. So we're not as tempted to stay and rest. And just a quick bonus, if you have longer bands, we're right here. And for that squat, you can also be right here. Squat and stand. Squat and stand. Squat and stand, okay? So for the last round, you have these long bands. You still have a way to move. Resistance band under your foot. 2, 1, stand and lower. And down. Feeling that engagement down the entire back of your leg. $15. We have 30-second work periods today. 15 seconds of rest. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We are back to both legs for that deadlift. So again, you have the resistance band. We're right here. We're coming up and down. If you're rocking with the weights, rock with me. 2, 1, let's begin. We go down over the front of our legs. Squeeze to stand. Down. Squeeze to stand. You're doing awesome. Lower, 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 lower. Exhale and squeeze those glutes together from the side. Lower, 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 lower. One body, one line. Exhale, squeeze the glutes up. 3, 2, Awesome. Single leg deadlift. I'm liking the banded option today. I'm going to stick with that for my single leg. Because this is a bit of a lighter band, I'm going to grab the second one and stick them both under my foot. Great way to add some extra challenge with the resistance band. Add another one. 3, 2, 1. We stand and release. We're almost done with set number 2. Look at you go. We have 3 sets today. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Thank you. We have 3, 2, 1, and stand. Other side, and then we're done with deadlifts. You're doing awesome. Take those bands, put them underneath your left foot. And let's begin. Stand and down. Engage and lower. Engage and lower. You're doing great. Lift and lower. Feel that glute. Lift and rest. Awesome work. We have one more set. We have lunge, lunge, lunge. That is what we have got left. We have a left leg lunge. We have a right leg lunge. We have a glider. So for that left leg, grab some weights. Frame the foot. Yay! Put it down. We're gonna lower and press through that front heel. So my feet are on train tracks, as you see, not a tightrope. They're not one behind another. I'm squatting into that front leg and pressing through that front heel to stand. This back leg is only there for support. Think about it as a front leg squat. Waylon, I think Arthur would like that. 10 more seconds. Press through that front heel. You got this. 3, 2, rest. Same thing on the other side. Now the right heel is forward. From the side, I'm on train tracks, not a tightrope. I have all of my weight in that front foot. Some bend in both knees. I lower and I press. All of my weight is in that front heel and I press. Bend and press. Bend and press. Hello. 15, 14. Final 10, you got this. 3, 2, last one, and rest. Woo! Last but not least, last move. We have one more round. We have a lateral lunge glider. Your legs are wide, like they were with our wide leg squat. You're gonna think about sitting into one leg, then sitting into the other leg. Let's begin. Sit, sit. Think about sitting in this leg and pushing through that heel to stand. Push, push. Sit back in it, push it. Sit back in it, push it. Sit, and push. Waylon, I think he was playing with that, Bubby. I think he was playing with it right now. I think right now, I'd like for you to bring it over to him. Sit and press. If you're working out with littles at home, you are a champion. And rest. We have one more round. Lunge, lunge, lateral lunge glider. Take a deep breath in. You've got this. 3 more exercises and we stretch. Left leg forward, right leg back. You can also do a single leg squat right here if that's more comfortable. I just want most of the weight in that front left glute. 3, we'll actually go in 5. 3, 2, 1. Drop it, stand. Drop it, stand. Squat, press through that heel. You're doing so awesome. Think about nice flat back, weights framing the front foot, pressing through that front heel to stand. We have 2, 1, and rest. Okay, right leg. Breathe in, breath out. Train track's not a tightrope. I'm not here, I'm here. Just like think about how my legs would be with a squat, and then put one of them behind you. That's all it is. 2, 1, squat, and stand. Sit, and up. Hello. And up. Sit, and press. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Now we have our glider. La, 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 la. You are so close. You can rock this glider with nothing. I'm going to throw on a light resistance band. I'm going to throw it a little higher up my thigh than I usually would. Right here. Sit and sit. It's all a lateral lunge glider is. If you've got it, press, press. Transitioning your weight right back and forth. Transition, transition. Oh yeah. We've got 5, 3, 1. Right where you are, I want you to drop into a squat. Last little burner. Tap, tap, tap. You got it. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Tap. Take the time to throw a band on if you want it. Tap, tap. 3, 2, 1. Pulses. We got a fun little burnout. We're not moving. We're staying in the same spot. Little pulses. 3, 2, 1. Go to one side. Lift for 10. Grab something if you need it. We're right there. 5, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Lift. Come here. Lift, 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 lift. 3, 2, 1. Back to the middle. Lift back. Lift, lift. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Lift, 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 lift. Boop, 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 boop. 3, 2, 1. Now to the front. Lift, lift using the top of our leg or quad. Lift, 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 lift. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Lift, 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 lift. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Last hold. Squat. Lift one heel. Switch sides. Lift both heels and hold for 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. quad done. You can slide that band off, and now we will cool it down. If you've got little ones in tow and you've made it this far, feel free to pause for next time. If you've got a minute, I would highly suggest cooling down. Give Arthur a turn with that, buddy. Quick, right now. Thank you. Drop it. Start with a quad stretch. Pulling that heel into that glute. Switch to the other side. Pulling knee into the glute. Look, Waylon has something for you. Stretching through your quad. Other side. Hug your knee. We make it work, don't we? Hug your knee, roll through your ankle. Switch sides. Wow! No! Come on! Wide leg forward fold. Wide leg forward fold. Stretching down the back of our legs. Standing forward lunge. So we got one leg in front, one leg behind. We're stretching through our hip flexor. That's right here. Feeling a nice stretch. Or you might not be if you're holding a baby, but at least you're here and you're trying. Other side. Stretching through that hip flexor. Okay, now you're gonna press forward on your lower back and go back. Come forward and go back. Getting some opening through that lower back. And calf stretch. Find a wall. Put your foot on the wall. Stretch through your calf. And switch sides. You are doing great. There are calves. Now we have a side stretch. Make your way down onto the floor. Up and over to the side. And up and over to the other side. Shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across. Look over that opposite shoulder. Breathe. Switch sides. Tricep stretch. Breathe. Switch sides. You are doing awesome. We are almost done with this cool down. You're almost ready to go on through the rest of your day. Now cat-cow, you can do this standing, you can do this seated, you can do this on all fours. You want to think about arching your back and arching your back. Getting some nice movement through our spines. When we go back, we arch. When we come forward, there's a slight arch, pushing our chest forward. 2. Last 1. All of this can be done seated or standing. Like I said, now we have a chest opener. We're just opening our arms nice and wide. Seated or standing. You can lift your chin to the ceiling. Now we've got neck circles. Getting a little mobility through our neck, calming down our triceps after holding some weight. And shin to chest. You can choose to add a little bit of weight behind your head, that is optional. Wrist stretch. And wrist stretch. Other side, wrist stretch. And wrist stretch. Now, with your toes, you are going to go from side to side on your feet. Side to side. Obviously done standing. This would be a little bit more challenging, but we want to just get some mobility through those ankles. Side to side. So we're going from pinky edge side, big toe side. 2, last 1. Now we're going to tap each toe. Big toe, middle toes, pinky toe, big toe, second toe, middle toes, big toe. It's hard last time. Big, second, middle, little, and we made it! Woohoo! Who knew? If you are in a season where things are changing, you're trying to figure out what strength training is going to look like for you now, I'm here. I got a lot of changes going on too. We will move together. We'll keep progressing together no matter what it looks like. You guys are crushing it.